Hello everyone, this is Piyush. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's look at how many years can you legally work in the US if you're on your F-1 visa. So without wasting any time, let's get into it. This video shouldn't be too long because in this video, we will see exactly how many years can you work in the US. Let's say if you're on your F-1 visa and coming here for your masters. So your work employment starts from the first step, that is CPT. CPT stands for Curricular Practical Training, and in very simple terms, it's just an internship that you can do while you're doing your masters. So there's no limit on how much internship you can do, but there's a criteria that if you work more than 12 months on CPT, then your OPT, that's the second step, that is optional practical training, would be completely forfeited, and you don't want to lose the advantage of working OPT on your F1 visa. So just make sure that you work less than 12 months on CPT. The second, as I mentioned, is OPT, that is optional practical training, and this is the work employment that you can do before your masters or after your masters. So it's split into two parts. One is pre-completion OPT and second is post-completion OPT. And as the name implies, it stands for like pre-completion OPT is the employment that you do before graduation and post-completion is post-graduation. So it's your choice whether to do pre-completion or post-completion, but the criteria is that both of them should add up to 12 months. So you get 1 year on your OPT, and if you are a STEM student, STEM stands for science, technology, engineering and mathematics. So if your degree falls under this category, then you get additional 24 months of OPT, that is 2 years more on top of the 1 year that you already have. So this makes it 3 years of OPT if you are a STEM student, and let's say you start utilizing your OPT after your graduation, then you have 3 years, and in these 3 years your employer should sponsor you for H1B visa. Remember that you personally don't apply for H1B visa, but your employer that you are working for, they should apply for H1B visa with their lawyers and the legal team. This is a complete lottery based system, and every year the government selects a certain number of candidates who get picked for H1B visa. If you are coming from some smaller countries, your chances of getting picked is a bit higher because there are not many applicants, but if you are from some countries such as India, China, Korea, etc., your chances are slightly lesser because there are many people from these countries. And if you get picked on your H1B visa, then remember that your OPT is forfeited. So let's say you finish 2 years of OPT and then your H1B gets picked, you won't be able to use the third year of OPT. The H1B status supersedes the OPT status, so you get on your H1B status from October of every year. This is when the H1B date starts. Let's say you get picked for your H1B visa, then you have 3 years to work in the US initially, which can be extended to an additional 3 years, so which makes it 6 years on H1B visa. If you complete 6 years of work on your H1B visa in the US, then you can continue staying in the US provided that your green card application, that is I think I-140, is under pending state. As long as it's under pending, you can indefinitely extend your stay in the US. So this is how the work employment situation looks like for a F1 visa student who is planning to come for their masters in the US. If the luck is not in your favor, you can still work for 4 years, that is 1 year of CPT. Remember that you should keep it under 12 months, let's say 11 months, then you get additional 36 months of OPT for a STEM student, that is 3 years. So you can work for around 4 years without any problem in the US, and then obviously it depends on your luck. If your H1B is getting picked, then you can work indefinitely, like based on your green card application. Otherwise, if not, if luck is not in your favor, then you can work 4 years and then you can plan, let's say, your second masters, day 1 CPT. There are many way around, like if you want to extend your stay without H1B, but this is how it looks like. Feel free to comment down if you have any questions on work employment in the US. Share this video with your friends so that they are aware about how many years they can work on F1 visa. This was a question that I had, and this was the reason that US was on my last priority, because H1B is like very random and very based on luck. So you never know whether you can continue staying in the US, like you are always on the edge whether I should be staying in the US, going back to India, having plan B, plan C and so on. But obviously the work opportunities, the exposure and the pay in the US is pretty good, so that's why people prefer coming to the US. Just make sure that you analyze all the options correctly if you are still planning to do your masters in foreign countries such as USA, Australia, UK, etc. Make sure you analyze all the factors, whether it's cost, whether it's immigration, how many years you can work in the given country and so on. Like and subscribe my channel if you find my content useful. Thank you again for watching this video. Until next time.